Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Journey of an Average Gamer. And today what we're going to be doing is replacing the thumbsticks on the Xbox One controller and the Xbox Series X and S controller. Now, because the controllers on the inside are extremely similar, basically I'm going to do one, and basically you're going to do the same for both since they both look almost identical on the inside. So what we're going to need when we switch out our thumbsticks is going to be a prying tool, which is optional. So if you don't have a prying tool, that's okay. What we're going to do is pull down the trigger, and when we hold down the trigger, there's going to be enough space underneath the trigger for us to get enough leverage to pop the panel on both sides of the armrest on the controller. So that's going to be optional. We're going to be swapping out the thumbsticks, so that's mandatory. Another optional thing we're going to need is some rubbing alcohol and some Q-tips. And the reason why we're going to do that is because if you're going to open up your controller to replace the thumbsticks, and it's been a while since you really cleaned your controller, this is going to be an optional way for you to go ahead and, while you have the controller open, to just go ahead and do a thorough cleaning on the inside to make sure you don't have anything gunked up or sticked up on the inside. And the last but not least, which is going to be mandatory, other than the thumbstick, is going to be a screwdriver. Now, the screwdriver that we're going to use is going to be the T8, and it's going to be THH, and that's what it's going to look like. It's going to look like a little star on the inside, and that's what we're going to need to take everything apart. So let's get started on taking apart the controller. So first, what you're going to want to do is go to the back. Now, I've already taken off the little barcode with the Xbox sticker on this one. So we're going to have to take that off to access this screw, because we're going to need to take this screw out in order to access the buttons. So what we're going to do is the panels that we're actually going to separate are going to be this panel right here and this panel right here. So as you can see, there's a crease right here along this panel, and then there's also going to be another crease around this panel. So that's what we're going to pop off. Now, if you have a prying tool, again, you can get this from eBay or Amazon for like $5 for a whole kit. You could just basically use the tool to pry open the seams and then pop it open. Or if you don't have a prying tool, hold down the button, and as you can see right here, there's going to be enough leverage for you to put your finger in there and pop it off. So let's give that a shot. Okay, so there we got one popped off, and as you can see, it's not so clean in there. You've probably been playing video games with dirty hands, eating, snacking at the same time. So this is why, if you're gonna do this, swap this out. If you have your isopropyl alcohol, give it a good rub down on the inside to give it a nice clean. Even though it's not seen, you still want a clean controller. Nobody likes sticky buttons. So we're gonna go ahead and pop open this next one. Okay, now that one shot off. So yeah, these are definitely in need of a good scrubbing and cleaning. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our T8H screw with the little star with the circle on the inside, and we're going to unscrew the controller. So we're going to have a screw here, one in the middle, and one on the right hand side. So we're going to go ahead and unscrew that. Make sure you take your screws and put them in a safe place. I have these little cups right here, so I'm going to go ahead and put my screws in there. There we go. Alrighty, 3 screws out. Alrighty, so There's going to be 2 more additional screws on the back end side. Okay, so now that we actually have all 5 of our screws removed, we can now remove this back panel. Take a look at everything. Now what we're going to do is just go ahead and flip things around. And now that we flipped it around, we can remove the front panel. Now we have the inside. Again, if you want to, you can go ahead and get everything a nice thorough cleaning, which is what I'm going to do. So in order to replace these screws, these thumbsticks, all you're going to have to do is pop them right off. And that's going to be how you take off the old thumbsticks. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start to clean on the inside. You don't have to, you can skip this step if you don't want to, but I'm going to decide to clean this out since I already have it open, just. So that's nice and clean. So if you want to, you can skip that past step, but if not, let's go ahead and replace these old raggedy thumbsticks. So now what we're going to do is with the thumbsticks, as you take a look, the little housing that actually houses the thumbsticks, they're kind of like oval in shape. So just like these, as you can see, there's little ovals on the inside. So what we're going to do is just line up the ovals with the controller and just press it down, because this is an L3 button, so you're not going to hurt it if you press it down a little bit. And then that'll let you know it's in there nice and snug. Push it down in there. And as you can see, I'm lifting it off the ground. It's in there nice and snug. So what we're going to do now is, again, reverse the process. Put the top housing back on. Flip it upside down. Now we're going to put the back housing back on. Here we go. So now we have our back on, and we're going to now put back our screws. So I'm going to start off with this middle screw. Alrighty, all our screws are back in place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clean the corners right here, this little joint right here. All right. And all you're going to do is take the housings and snap them back on. And you hear that nice click. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you replace the thumbsticks on an Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S controllers. So yes, if you have any questions, feel free to comment me down below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next journey. Thank you guys, and you have a good one. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in getting free crypto and free stocks when you sign up, use my referral links down in the description. Until then, I'll see you in the next journey.